Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Bobby, and today I'm going to give you my first impressions, thoughts, and review of Aggelos or Aggelos. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. Anyway, I have a 6-hour-long Let's Play because I finished this game in one freaking sitting. I wasn't expecting this, but I really enjoyed the game. I played it all the way through. I almost 100% completed it. So all the footage you are seeing today is straight from the Let's Play. I'll be putting up on the channel in hour increments over the week. So if you are interested in checking it out, the first episode is available as this video is out. Check it down below and watch the whole thing as it goes through. I'll also be linking to my Twitch where I recorded the whole thing. So YouTube to check it out and Twitch for lots of future content. So let's begin. I'm gonna call it Aggelos because I'm not sure it's Aggelos or not. Anyway, this is a 2D side scroller. It looks retro, really retro, but it has a lot of modern mechanics, which we will definitely get into. Now, it was heavily inspired by Wonder Boy, and it doesn't really say down there, but I think very heavily by Zelda 2, and we'll talk about that as well. So let's quickly talk about the story of these games. Now, it's retro through and through. It's not too crazy heavy story, but there's a lot of like small little lore in there that you can check out by walking around and just talking to people and seeing the world itself. One thing that I really like is the overall map of the game. If you press I was using Xbox One control playing on Steam PC. I'm not sure how the controls are using a keyboard, but I highly recommend using a controller for this because this is really tight in the controls, and you are definitely going to want as much control as possible. Yeah, by pressing the map button, it has the whole map, so you can see it's very well done. Let's talk about the story. That's right, the story. So like, it's not super heavy. Like I said, the game starts with a dialogue box saying, I don't know, I woke up one day and I wanted to go to the forest. And so you go to the forest and then you save a princess. This is the first 5 minutes of the game. If you truly care about spoilers, I'm not going to go too far ahead, but you save the princess, you bring her back to the castle, and then they're like, oh, the danger, my princess got kidnapped, and now the evil in the world is collecting 4 different types of elements: water, earth, and all of that stuff, and you gotta collect them all. So that means you gotta go to every dungeon in the game, but there's a lot of in-between stuff. So that's pretty much the story. Save the world. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I said, this is a 2D side scroller. It runs very smooth. You have a lot of different types of things you can do with the character. First of all, you can walk around, run, you can jump, you can attack, get lots of new techniques. You're going to be using a sword through the whole playthrough with a lot of additional magic that you get throughout the game. There's also a couple of optional type of techniques that you can get. You could beat the game with maybe around 50% completion rating. After you beat the game, it is going to give you a completion rating, 96% by the way. But yeah, you get like lots of cool stuff, like almost like a double jump. You get like just a charge attack. There's a lot of cool things that you have to go search for, and that's one thing that I really like about this game. It's very easy at the beginning. Like the first hour is easy, and then it really starts to ramp up in terms of the bosses. It starts to turn into somewhat of a bullet hell, puzzles, secrets, where do you go next. When I was playing this game, there was no guide available right now, so I might have one of the only first playthroughs of it on YouTube. Probably not, if you're watching this at a later date. But dude, this is like 2 days after the game got released and I finished the whole thing in one sitting. So you know what, I don't know if it's that popular, but hopefully, if you really need to 100% complete it, there's some guides later for it. Like I said, that there's puzzles, akin to like, trade. Oh man, one thing I really like about this thing, there was a whole like trade quest. You guys remember in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, or was it Majora's Mask? I don't remember the exact one, but there was some sort of trade quest where you would get like an item from an NPC to another NPC later, to another NPC later, blah blah, over, to get your like crazy sword. Same thing here. You get the Aggelos armor set, which is pretty freaking awesome. Lots of secrets, and the secrets are really cool. It's not just collectibles, like, oh, you get some art, which, I appreciate adding, that kind of stuff to the game, art and stuff, but every collectible here, it's all towards progressing your character. And speaking of progressing your character, you get experience in the game, which I really liked. I played the remake of Wonder Boy. It's pretty much almost like the same game, except this one has a little bit of, like I said, it's more mainstream, because the Wonder Boy remake was just, that's it, it's the remake. Well, overhaul graphics and everything like that, which you could switch back in for. This one, though, it just purely looks like a 16-bit Genesis game. What was I going with this? Yeah, the experience is cool. Every time you kill an enemy, you get some experience, and then when you hit a next level, you fully heal. And I don't really know what it does fully. I think it just increases your attack and defense. Yeah, I beat the whole game, and I never really bothered to check it out. But yeah, you're gonna get lots of equipment. You're gonna be switching out your swords, which have different ranges, have different abilities, like maybe underwater, all that stuff, and armors that protect you from, you know, like heats and lightning, etc. And of course the crazy end game ones. A lot of shopping in the game. Well, I say shopping, but that's where you get most of your armors and stuff. You're gonna be going and grabbing potions and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Tons of mini bosses, and the bosses are really cool to look at. This game has some awesome sprites. Like the first time you see some of the mid to late game bosses, they fill up the whole screen, and you're like, oh my god, how am I gonna deal with this? But you end up doing it. It's really cool. So that's pretty much the gameplay. You know, it's like a retro game with modern. Like I said, you're gonna be doing all that stuff plus more, which is done really well, really smooth stuff. The game graphics so good. Like I said, it looks like a 16-bit game, but the animations are so smooth. For instance, when you're doing like a down thrust attack, you can see tons and tons of frames, and you just really see it. Like, it looks retro, super retro at the start, but then once, like, I talked about this already, but once you start getting to like the late game bosses and stuff, you can see like, oh, this looks like, you know, like a cartoon. It's really awesome. I love it so much. Audio, really good audio. A lot of the tracks just remind you of the good old days, playing like, you know, Phantasy Star, RPGs and stuff like that. It looked great, and when you get into dungeons, it really sounds like Zelda 2. No joke, it really does. Let's move on to bugs, thoughts, and issues. No bugs throughout the whole game. One small glitch, though. I walked into a forest and I saw a snake. I don't know if I'll be able to find the footage of this. I'll just be putting random footage into the whole video. I saw a snake in the middle of the ground, and then he just couldn't get to me, which was weird. Anyway, overall, very great game. Very good game. One sitting. You could complete this in one sitting. 4 hours, I would say average, if you don't go for everything and you just go for boss. Around 6 hours if you're looking to maybe go 80 to 100% completion rate, and that includes grading all the heart pieces. It has heart pieces like Zelda, of course, and all the mana gems to increase your magic, and then of course all of the scrolls to increase your techniques, and I think that, and all the armors, of course. So health, gems, armor, weapons, techniques, you get all those in the game, and it's 100%. It has a very good difficulty curve. I thought it was gonna be super easy at the first hour. I was like, what the hell is this? Is gonna be freaking easy. I guess that's why I decided to maybe finish the game in one sitting, because it started to get, it was super easy, but then it starts to ramp up. The puzzles are pretty cool. There's a lot of hidden stuff, and this is one of those games where you really have to explore. A lot of stuff is mandatory too. You have to like go back with your, you know, Metroidvania style. You got to go back to like earlier areas and use new techniques and newfound abilities, you know, for secrets to progress to earn even more abilities and stuff. So Aggelos, guys, please check it out and watch my playthrough. Link down below to the YouTube playthrough. Link down below to my Twitch if you want to come by, because I play lots of different games all the time. I'll be doing much more reviews on more games that I play. I actually finished this one, so it's not a first impression, it's actual review. I'm gonna give this a rating of 7 out of 10. Such a good experience. Check it out, guys. Anyway, that was me. That was Mom. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. It helps so much. If you haven't already, subscribe for daily videos. Leave a comment down below. I would like to know what you guys think. Have you played this yourself? If so, do you agree or disagree with anything I say? And if you haven't already, I hope this review lets you, you know, gives you a good idea, and you can check it out. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.